welcome back to The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 2. Now, it's been a little while since we had Cold Steel 2 on the channel, because we got a little diverted, didn't we, with some of the other Trails games. We got Vita and Azure out the way now, so it's very much we're going to be jumping back into Cold Steel 2 and back to Crossbell already, which is going to be very strange for me, because I've just finished Azure. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Like, I was busy there, game, like talking to the people. So, let us get going, I suppose. It's nice that this little segment here, the Divertesment, actually has its own start screen. It's interesting, but let's get on with it. During your second playthrough of this portion, you can raise Lloyd and Risha's levels by 15. As a result, enemies can be swiftly defeated by field attacks. It's also possible to view only the chapter's key events and skip both the dungeon and the boss at the end. Well, I don't want to skip the boss. We'll raise the levels, though. A nice stroll through. Like, yes, proceed. March 1205. Tangram Hill? That'd be Calvert, then. Number 9. How far up Tangram Hill this is? Number 2. Where's number 32? That's the only problem with 32. That's gone now.
Bergen guns have been hit! Sir, we can't compete with their airships in terrain like this. Oxens might be powerful, but they're still tanks.
We don't have to, just focus on defense. The others will take care of destroying them.
Panzer Soldats.
Are they the Empire's new weapons?
It's so weird when you take into account like what's happened in Crossbell recently with the ions and stuff like that.
How can we compete with something so mobile? There's nothing to fear.
They may be mobile, but they're a damn sight easier to handle than that purple devil of Crossbells.
Again, I know what that means now.
What the? Huh? Ah! Incoming at 3 o'clock! What the hell?
Valimar, the Ashen Knight. Like I said, this feels so strange.
Is that?
The Ashen Chevalier, the hero of the Imperial Army.
The area beyond here is Imperial territory. You have no business treading into Crossbell. That was a warning. Try to advance any farther, and I will show no mercy.
All units retreat! We're returning to the outskirts of Altair!
Wow, you're amazing! I knew you were the one who ended the Civil War, but seeing you up close, you're really something else.
Not at all. I'm still fairly inexperienced, if you ask me.
Pocket dimension.
Recover the wounded and any POWs and return to Tangram Gate.
Weird.
Just remain vigilant until the speech is over.
Yes, sir.
So strange. The occupation. It's gonna feel so weird, isn't it? Because it's like something I've seen before, gone through before, but it's like new context, people I know. I understand things. It's like everything's new again. It's like I said with the rest of Cold Steel, like everything's new again. It's that's kind of awesome.
It's now March 1205 of the Septian calendar. Over 2 months have passed since the Azure Tree vanished.
Is that the guy who loves trains? I think it is. Indeed.
So much happened during those months. President Croix was arrested, Crossbell's movement for independence was promptly declared invalid. And before anyone could process what was going on, Speaker McDowell became Mayor McDowell. The war in Erebonia came to an end sooner than anyone had anticipated, but it was quickly followed by the invasion of Crossbell. Gorelia Fortress, which once served as the only physical link between the two nations, was no more. But that proved to be little more than a temporary setback for the Imperial Army, who acted by flying hundreds of tanks over the state from a vast airship. In no time at all, Crossbell was occupied.
Just trying to look for familiar people. She's still strolling.
The Calvard Republic, which had been wrapped up in its own share of chaotic internal disputes, finally reacted to Erebonia's bold invasion in turn. They began with sending its cutting-edge armored airborne divisions into Crossbell, hoping to force the Empire out of the region completely.
Where's Haas? Is that Haas? Where's Cockpit? Good to know Copy's okay. I mean, I assume that's Copy.
But every attempt they made resulted in failure, as they were repelled effortlessly by one soldat after another.
Where's Haas balloons?
And today, at Orcus Tower, the new seat of Crossbell's government, the new rulers of Crossbell rose to deliver a rousing speech.
So weird seeing this place.
Friends and citizens, it brings me great pleasure to stand here among you once again.
It's so weird seeing you here.
But even in the midst of such gladness, the specter of the harm Crossbell has visited upon the Empire lingers still. The destruction of Gorelia Fortress and the ensuing civil war it caused has taken a great toll in resources and in lives. The anger, sorrow, and dismay in the hearts of the Erebonian people is still fresh, still too near. But today is a joyous day, a day to put the troubles of the past behind us. Let us join hands and step boldly into the future, leaving our anger and grief behind. Challenges will rise before us.
Look at the guy after the left, but his right. Like that mustache. Jeez.
But together we shall meet them. Together we can rise above the tumult of these troubled times.
Big crowd.
Men and women, old and young, rich and poor, those from every walk of life can share in these aspirations.
It's good to see Lecter here, question mark?
Looking toward that goal, there is someone I'd like to introduce to you today. A brilliant young man who played a pivotal role in bringing Erebonia's civil war to its swift conclusion, and the individual most responsible for the historic accomplishment that sees me standing before you today. The first Governor General of Crossbell, Lord Rufus Alberea.
Oh.
Greetings, friends. It truly lifts my spirits to be here among you. I'm honored to have been entrusted with the profound responsibility of acting as Crossbell's first Governor General. As I'm sure you're all aware, the division between the nobility and the common people is a long-standing part of Erebonian life. Personally, I stand in support of our class system, but I fully expect that one day it will fade away. After all, if each citizen of the Empire conducts themselves with the courage, dignity, and grace expected of a noble, then what difference would remain between myself and any of you? As I hope for that day, allow me to speak not only as your Governor General, but as an individual when I say, in the name of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Eugent III, I hereby proclaim the annexation of Crossbell into the Erebonian Empire.
Oh dear. It's that sort of thing like, you made the choice, Lloyd, and the rest of them.
May the goddess above stand witness, and may she forever bless Erebonia and Crossbell with the light of prosperity.
We've got some real larger-than-life characters in charge of us now.
Indeed we do, Grace. All I'm thinking to myself is very much like, this is why, isn't it? This is why the Blood and Iron Chancellor, Gilead Osborne, was trying to spur on the SSS, because he needed them to stand up against the Croy family and all their plans in order to knock down the Azure Tree, essentially. So it could pave the way for this. That's what he was doing, wasn't he? Like, seems so obvious now. It's like, ah. Where's Reans? There he is. Where's that cat thing? Kagimaru?
Sure, the Imperial Chancellor's intimidating, but he's so charismatic that the people eat up his every word. They love the guy. I can see why he's the bee's knees over in Heimdall.
The new Governor General's something else too, albeit for different reasons. He's, how to put this, difficult to hate. Like, he'd tell you to do something, and the next thing you know, you'd find yourself doing it just to see him crack a smile.
Well, Alberea is the name of one of the top noble houses in the Empire. Top 2, even. No surprise that the heir of such an affluent family would be popular. But it feels like there's more to him than that.
That's what gets me, though. Those two were on completely opposite sides during the war. So why are they both so buddy-buddy now? Very oddly sudden, in my opinion.
You're telling me. By the sounds of things, Erebonians can't make heads or tails of what's going on with it either. But you know how it is. There's so many rumors springing up thanks to the war, it's hard to tell truth from fiction.
Yeah, I've even heard about a 1,000-arch tall castle appearing in the capital.
No, that kind of thing doesn't happen.
I mean, that's gotta be made up, right? There's no way something like that's real.
I mean, it's the fact he knows about it. It's like, I know how you know about that now. But it's also the fact of, you've just been through the Azure Tree stuff. You know this is a thing that can happen.
You've got a real short memory if you think that's bull. The Azure Tree wasn't that long ago, you know.
Right. It's like, come on. But now knowing stuff about Reans, it's like, I know what you're doing here.
Point taken.
Yes, this is the office of the Crossbell Times. What? Representative McDowell will be issuing a statement.
Mayor.
Huh, sounds like something big's happening behind the scenes already.
I'll get to gathering some info on what's happening for our international section. Galvard's probably got some good stuff.
Works for me. Gotta use those connections of yours for something, after all.
Well, see you later.
Our independence came and went like bubbles on the water, and now we aren't even a state anymore. We're in for some tough times ahead. No, they always say that the pen is mightier than the sword. I won't let those guys outdo me. Chief, let me handle that story.
Typical Grace.
That's all we of Heiue can do for you, I'm afraid.
Dowley.
The guards have been given a little incentive to stay out of your way. You should face no more obstacles in your operation.
Thanks, Sal.
Think nothing of it. It's my pleasure to play all the cards I can. The place you're aiming for is where all the information in Crossbell gathers, as well as its Achilles heel. What you're doing does us no shortage of favors, I'll have you know.
Well, just this once? I'm happy to hear that.
Do take care, Yin. My apologies. Risha. I've received information that quite a skilled warrior is in Crossbell at the moment.
As have I. Nonetheless, thank you for your warning.
Oh, not at all. I wouldn't want anything happening to a valuable future business partner. I believe that does it for me. I'll be praying for your success.
He's being awfully cooperative, isn't he? And again, it's not a stretch to think he's only doing it because he's got something up his sleeve.
He's an incredibly shrewd man. Most likely, he's happy to do whatever will shine the most favorable light on him once Crossbell's occupation period is over.
Which will be in 2 years. Which is... that's suspicious.
True enough. He wouldn't want to screw up his chance to potentially play mediator between Crossbell and the Republic. I get the feeling he'd get along great with Lecter. He's our ally for now, but there's no guarantee how long that'll last.
Exactly. It's in our best interest to remain wary of him. Still, if working with him helps protect those I care about most, then I'll gladly do so.
Likewise.
She has very pointy shoes. Or boots. Lloyd Bennings. Yeah. Seems an odd choice to have Risha here, though.
Tio said to aim for the area up ahead. Crossbell's future rests in our hands. So let's get moving.
Right.
Oh, I was hoping she was going to say Roger. For this chapter alone, you will make your way through a dungeon controlling Police Detective Lloyd Bennings and Arkansas performer Risha Mao. Both link attacks and overdrive are available to them. Gotta remember how the hell to play. Can
Allow me.
Like, look at how pointy her shoes are. Like, just very, very pointy. But out of all the characters...
Here goes.
Obviously you have Lloyd, but it's like... and his tear and his trousers still. It's like, out of all the characters I would have, it's like, I would not have Risha. That seems odd, like based on like where her story went and stuff like that. We've got nothing else we can add, can we? Just thinking, like, where can we see? Like, do you have Here you have Arcus. I was just trying to like find that image. It's like, and you don't have your normal things attached that you did to your enigmas. Very weird. Very weird. I have genuinely got to remember how to play. That's turbo mode. Oh, I can turn turbo mode on and off. Can I run? It's like genuinely, it's like remembering the buttons because it's like. Right, so I want to run. Hey, come back here.
The advantages are. Prepare yourself.
Just gotta listen to the music. Okay, let's look at the skills. Moonlight butterflies. True falling moon.
Shatter!
What?
Right.
Raging spin.
Take this! Now!
This is my chance!
You're done!
It's been like, what, half a year or
Allow
something
me.
since we've played Cold Steel, so sort of like trying to remember the
battle's
gameplay.
over, but we aren't safe yet.
Would be nice if you had different,
Alright, we're in a good place!
Right!
What's the term?
Shatter!
Victory music, that's the one.
An opening!
Gotcha! Here goes!
Brave smash.
They're off balance!
This is my chance! Allow me! Come! Now! Come with me, Lloyd!
Alright! Right! Not a chance!
Come! An opening!
Gotcha!
We know what breath is.
Here goes!
Used that a hell of a lot recently.
Allow me.
We will very much be doing like one of every enemy like we normally do.
An opening!
Gotcha! Right!
Right!
And avoiding battles or cutting out battles, but things will probably be running away from me quite significantly throughout this, I imagine.
Take this!
Prepare. Now!
Gotcha! Nice knowing you've got my back,
See, like
Risha.
the victory music here, it's like, it would have been nice if it was one from Crossbell. It's weird being in the Geofront and it being... It's I want to say 3D, but that's not right.
Commencing subjugation.
My turn.
Just remember, on these things, I'm really meant to be using arts,
Prepare
aren't I?
yourself.
Go overdrive.
Now!
Overdrive!
Activate! Prepare yourself.
That's why I was having trouble before. I won't call it trouble. Just that sense of forgetting.
Right. Activate.
Thanks. Right.
0 arts. Although I do need to get my health back up.
Right.
Right.
Behold my dance, an illusory offering to departing souls. Sleep, embraced by silver light. Bind!
Lovely.
Let's keep moving.
I suppose. They too.
That was some fight.
This sector has been abandoned for quite some time. It's not hard to imagine why so many powerful monsters settled in here. What amazes me more is just how much these Arcus orbments are capable of.
There we go.
Yeah, they'll be a real asset to us in the future. They're so modern, they're practically still in testing over at the Empire.
I miss the variety of arts I could use before, but in terms of balance, they're much more suited for combat than our Enigma 2s.
Well, Erebonia's always had the upper hand on military technology, if nothing else. We should count ourselves lucky that Michel got his hands on them for us.
Michelle? That's how we say that?
On that note, we should also count ourselves lucky for being able to utilize them so well. I don't think we've had a single problem linking up.
I admit, it's a strange feeling. It's as if we knew everything there was to know about one another, through and through. Almost as if our bodies became one.
Yeah, that'd be good for using in our conceal then. But, again, like that kind of like line, it's like... It feels weird for me. It's like Noelle or Ellie would make sense.
How, poetic. Sort of like how you perform with Elia on stage, right? That's like being one, in a sense.
Now that you mention it, you could put it that way, yes. At this point, however, I doubt I would even need one of these to match my movements to hers in battle.
E.
So this is what the Geofront's E sector looks like. This one supposedly had its existence hidden from the general public, didn't it?
That's what Ellie said anyway. It was kept sealed off to keep everything inside strictly confidential. Corrupt officials and Diet members used it to conceal any information they didn't want leaking out. She did add that it wasn't its only use, though. Just one of them.
I see.
Just one.
Not the kind of place we can just leave as it is, then.
Yeah. We need to make our way through here, whatever it takes. Ready to give it everything we've got?
Of course.
No idea how I'll be cutting up the parts or anything, by the way. Let's get the Evade 2 over there. So that's the only one I've got, so... It's like, may as well put it on Lloyd. He was our evasion tank. Let's see about healing up, though. Lovely, lovely. Alright, so let's keep making our way through Geofront. No idea which... It's like, I've been here before. Don't know where I'm going. I'll avoid enemies now. Well, enemies we're done. Like, no message. I missed them already, even though I'd groan and grumble. Just, ugh. Not even the chest is empty. Got nothing in Erebonia. Because this is Erebonia now. This is the weird thing. This is Erebonia now.
All right, we're in a good place.
Are we?
Right.
We'll flip on.
Arcus,
here goes.
Go raging spin.
Take this.
Let's keep moving. This is almost uncomfortable.
Dilly narrow. So EP charge 4, that feels weird. Just the EP charges are... Like, who's stocked the places down here? That's the question. That is the question. Like, who's stocking the chests down here? Why?
What a nice treasure chest.
Monsters appeared!
Bring it on!
Prepare yourself.
Let's use this chance to actually... Overdrive.
Overdrive!
And Rising Sun.
You're finished now! Rising Sun!
Allow me.
My question is, though, do they actually have more S-crafts that I can use? And I can switch it up and change it.
Prepare yourself.
Nice knowing you've got my back, Risha.
Not a bad team, are we?
Rail locket. Okay. Like, how do I even change that? Yeah, you've only got the 2. What, the 2? Between you, you only have 2. Okay, so where am I going? Did I come down here? I'm down. Right, okay. Where did that go? It's like, what's this? Okay. So now I can't get down to the chest below because I've already done it anyway, it doesn't matter. Right, so I'm back at where I was. And, where are we? I get so confused. Like, is this the way we came in? It was like the way we came in, then I went that way, didn't I? Yeah. Still trying to find my way. Still very confused. Okay. Is that... Yeah, that's what it's... I'm gonna end up going in circles all over the place. Geofront's a right nightmare. There we go. Right. Whew. Difficult, I tell you, it's difficult. I think, like, here in these places, because now we're now back in like...
I'm just glad I'm going through first.
What's wrong?
Huh. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I'm not too fussed.
I can't tell her it's because of her outfit.
Oh dear, oh dear. But yeah, it's like, it's... Just realised, like, do I have anything here? Although I do have, thinking about it. But, I'm getting round to saying something, honestly. The chests, I'm not too fussed about missing them, am I? Because it's that case of... Doesn't really matter. Because it's not like I'm missing a, What am I not missing? Chest messages or anything, so it's like... May as well use all these. So it's like, I want to go through this, like, nice and simple. Not too much like this, but... I think I can get the pom sets as well, can't I? Where... I'm sure there was something else I could get. Maybe have that. Like, if we had Tio, I would get that. Because, I mean, I still could get it, but it's just pointless. At the anniversary mission, but... Anything here that can actually be better for us? So these are actually just really good things already, so it's like, yeah. There we go, Noi! Yay! It was good to have Noi around. Now we know who Noi is. These are the things that happened with our adventures into the other games. Wasn't there another... So I came down, and I'm sure there was another... Like here, yeah. Like, even though I'm not fussed about chests, it's like it may be a way I need to go to get something else, so...
Oh! Found a chest!
Just for a chest. 7 dragons armor. I'll give you that then. And again, like I said, I don't know how I'm cutting up these parts. Maybe 1 part, maybe 2 parts, maybe 7 parts. I don't know. That's the wrong button. Too used to Azur's buttons right now, obviously. And the control methods there. EP charge. Always helpful. It's that sort of thing that I want to hold down, like running really fast, but there's no need. Can't get across there. Can't get across there. Okay, just getting a lay of the land. Lay of the land. So what would E sector be actually used for? get down there? I can just go down this way. Because it's like...
What a nice treasure chest.
Oh, it's lovely. Because we have the pointed out that it's got information and stuff, which is like, yeah, okay, there's information here, but what else? Like, they were implying there was some other use, and so I can't remember what. If it was brought up at all in Azure. Or 0. Probably missed a chest there, but again, I'm genuinely not too fussed about missing chests in this bit. Because there's no chest messages. It's like, why should I care, game? Why should I care about your measly chests if you don't have any chest messages for me to groan at? Hmm? Yes, you can't even speak to me about this, can you, game? No, you cannot.